Tamar Braxton is one of my favorite singers.
Sunshine.
Love and War was an absolute classic for me, the song and the album. And she has a performance that I've always loved, but I, for some reason, have never talked about it on this channel. It's Pitch Perfect. Excellent performance of her singing Be Grateful by Walter Hawkins. There are some stellar runs and her voice just sounds absolutely clear. So I wanted to do the first vocal talk through of 2023 on Tamar Braxton. Let's cut to the chase and get to the music. Tamar Braxton, everybody.
God has not promised me.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. And if you don't know, I start and stop these videos all of the time. I love the brilliance. And by brilliance, I mean the brightness and the sparkle that is in Tamar Braxton's tone. God, so she kind of masks the tone a bit. God has not, and then you can hear this higher frequency that just opens up with her voice. Not promised me. And we get that a lot with Tamar Braxton's voice, where she goes in and out of brilliant, bright sound versus the Braxton trademark, promised me. And they kind of drop their larynx with it a little bit. I love this. Let's go, Tamar.
That's not the
Yeah, that's not. That was a brilliant way of doing this line. That's not the way. And then warms it up with vibrato and that bright tone.
Mixed with God's sunshine.
One thing that we also get that's trademark Tamar, where we get these washes of sound with a straight tone. She's just allowing the sound to just be mixed with God's sunshine.
Little pain.
And again, you can hear all of the clarity that's there. One thing that's really cool here as well is that she's pregnant. It's very interesting to me, and we talked a little bit about this in Beyonce's Voice is Changing, like the monumental things that can happen to a woman's voice during pregnancy and after pregnancy. It's almost like the pressure of the baby kind of helps with a woman feeling her lower torso, where she would want to feel like her diaphragm and her intercostal muscles to create that expansion that will support her sound. I'm wondering if her pregnancy helped or if it was a factor against, because you know, sometimes nausea, all those different things, we don't even really know. But pregnancy is a factor in really analyzing this performance.
A good time.
There we go. Yes! Yeah, come on, phrasing, come on, transitions, this is good. Oh my god. Now, I know sometimes post-production can sometimes add pitch correction to things and whatever. This performance was pretty pitch perfect. Like, the executions of the runs was crazy. But even this little run that she did, let's kind of break this down. The good times as a vibrato, and then she shoots up with her head voice. So there's a little turn there. Yeah, and of course the blue is the chest voice, so let's kind of map that here. And then we got a wiggle. Yes, yeah. And she kind of even falls off a little bit there. Yeah, so let's take this half the speed. Straight. And then here we go. Yeah. Come on, Tamar. And let's take it full speed. Yeah, sing, Tamar. Let's keep listening. To feel. I love hearing Tamar sing because it's like hearing a soprano version of Toni Braxton. And there are so many other things that Tamar has in terms of the brilliance and the brightness of her high register that make it a completely different experience. This is so good. Yeah, pain. I love that cry there. But he can't afford to. And again, that's Tamar playing with the opening and the closing of her tone. She's very much closing that tone on purpose. Like, there are parts of me that wonder what it would sound like if Tamar was only closed or if she was only open. But let's catch this run here. Yeah. Make you feel. And it's almost like at the top of that idea. With the growl, she kind of concentrates it and it becomes like this kind of like a blast that goes out. Make you feel. And then she brings it back as we're going into the tone. Make you feel. And what's cool is that she gives like these pockets of inflections on the same note. And she uses the H there to kind of give us a little bit of a restart of the note. Feel. And then tails off. And it's almost like the sound stops and she kind of has this pocket where she creates like this head voice start, right? And that's the source of that hiccuping sound that we get. Beyonce does it all the time. And you can even kind of hear that the head voice note is actually a little bit higher than where she is. It's probably like a D5. All right, so let's take this half the speed. Let's take this full speed. Yeah, and there's one right after. You can hear that explosive nature of the start of her line. Only good. It's almost like she starts as if she's about to create a bigger belt. As she came down the run, she closed in. Only good. Yeah. And there's kind of like a warm up with the vibrato. Only. And it's almost like she starts it, but then that little explosion kind of creates a stop in the sound. I actually made a little mistake there. She chooses the same note. Only good. In fact, there's a little bit of an inflection, so why don't I just kind of only good. So let's take this half the speed. Yeah. And let's take it full speed. Yes, Tamar. And here's the thing. You can only really make intentional choices with your voice if you know what's going on in there and if you know what's going on in here. And I know a lot of you that are either singers looking to be unforgettable vocalists and even people that consider themselves non-singers and you want to sing. A lot of you don't have an understanding of what's going on in your voice and how to actually use it. And so what I've done is I've actually created a free online resource for you to be able to start to reclaim your voice. So what I want you to do is go to reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass and watch my free training, because there you're going to get 5 amazing points that are going to help you to start this journey. So I want you to go to reclaimyourvoice.ca/masterclass and reclaim your voice, reclaiming my voice. So let's keep listening to Tamar, because she is starting to get into some very clear, bright, amazing belts that I feel like are her trademark. My God, this thing is freaking clear. Woo! She's not even doing that much with the runs. Listen, if I could belt like Tamar, I would be like, that's all I would do all day. Listen, I watched this thing so many times. Worse up. I even know her inflection. She is a bright, like a very bold personality. And what I love is that as a part of her brand as a singer, she's included the trinkets and like the sparks of her personality in her singing. Who she is as a person carries off so much into the way that she sings. And I feel like that is a make of a really good singer. Somebody whose personality and how they speak, how they emote even as a human being that's going through life, that carries off into the way that they sing. It really gives me a sense of authenticity. I love that I'm seeing that common thread from her personality to her singing. And that's a really important piece, especially for those of you that are trying to put yourself in your singing. Like, if you're not being yourself on the stage, then what are we doing? Be yourself. This is a beautiful example of that. Let's continue to listen to Tamar. Yes, listen. Worse off than you. Ooh, that idea is one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. Worse off than you. Worse off than you. Yeah, it's even more of an inflection that's kind of going on there. Let's take that half the speed. Yeah. And let's take it full speed. Jeez, sing Tamar. We're something you. Oh my gosh. And I love that closing of the you right there on the end. Here we go. Yeah. So bright. Yes, and here's the thing. Like, we're now in Tamar's sweet spot. She is going to ring and ring and ring with these bells. Like, she started off at D5. Be grateful. And then she takes it even higher. Be grateful. Like we were talking about in the beginning, the opening and the closing of her register. But like when she gets up into the highs, she is staying wide, staying broad. But even with the gentle closing of the register, be grateful. It's like there's a window where she sings and then she very so slightly shuts the shutter a little bit. Like, but she keeps it there. It doesn't really go small until she goes into like her head voice or something like that. But this is just, man, this is just soprano land. I love it. And here we're going to hear some really cool melodic ideas. Listen. Oh my gosh. That's the part where I was like, jeez. I love melody. Melody is where I live. I love it. And when somebody chooses good melody, like this is, oh, be grateful. And it has that little turn. The note she chose, be grateful. That kind of extends the chord a little bit. Be grateful. Yes, hitting them chord tones. Sing Tamar. Yes. Be grateful. Yeah. Be grateful. Yeah. Let's take this half the speed. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's take this full speed. Yes. Sing Tamar. Right? Yes! And love the syncopation there on the G5. Jeez, it's so hot. And the sensitivity to even create that suspension there. Grateful. She knows exactly what she's doing. She suspended that and resolved it beautifully. I would love to hear Tamar play the piano because I feel like she plays at least something. It's the melodies. I'm breaking down each one. I don't care. Oh my gosh. Be grateful. Yeah. In fact, what's even smarter what she did, oh my gosh. Be grateful. And then fall. Yes. So let's take it half the speed. Right? Yeah, yeah. And let's take it full speed. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then the last run that she does. Listen, if you're creating a melody that is memorable, you've won me. But she tails it off with a beautiful idea right here. Be grateful. And she's playing with the same suspension. That same suspension here. Let me show you. Be grateful. And then she switches to her chest voice. Yeah. And she chooses some beautiful notes here. She's feeling that. Right? That chord that's there. She hits that note again here. Be grateful. And then she comes back into the regular key. This is some phenomenal thinking right here. It's melodic. It's sensitive to the harmony of the key. This is crazy. So let's take this half the speed. Yeah, Tamar. And let's take this full speed. Tamar. Jeez. And then of course. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Tamar. This is so crazy. That was absolutely amazing. That's the thing for me. Like, It was run after run after run after run of just pure brilliance. This is crazy. And if you want to hear more of me breaking down some more of our favorite vocalists, just click right down there. And of course, subscribe to this channel because this is the place where we help you to reclaim your voice. Reclaiming my voice. I'm O'Neal Gerald, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye, everyone.